warm welcome to this special broadcast coming to you from Bangalore's Freedom Park. What you see behind me is a central jail which is now converted to a freedom park, and people who throng this park say that they have seen generations and generations of politics unfolding. Karnataka is all in the middle of a high voltage campaign. It's a triangular contest between BJP, Congress and Janata Dal Secular. All political parties are promising development to the highest degrees to the people. But what historically we have seen is that there is a heavy regional imbalance. There are regional disparities when it comes to the districts of North and South Karnataka. What are the reasons behind these regional disparities and why the political parties have not been able to address disparity? Well, joining me now at the extreme end, you see Ashwath Narayan, a renowned face of BJP. He's a BJP leader from Karnataka politics. Next to him is Professor Radhakrishnan. He's Vice President Congress. Next to him is Ramesh Babu, spokesperson JDS, that is Janata Dal Secular. He's also been a former minister. And next to him is Mahesh, founder oneindia.com. And besides these panelists, also joining us is a brilliant set of audience. It's an informed society of Karnataka which is joining us here on the program. I welcome all these people sitting in the audience and also my panelists. My first question comes to Professor Radhakrishnan. Despite all the promises which the political parties are making, that we will take development to new and newer heights every day, what is the reason why we see such a stark contrast when it comes to development between the two regions, that is North and South?
Thank you very much for giving me the privilege of being asked the first question. Perhaps when it's in your mind that you are talking about the North and Karnataka and South Karnataka, you are focusing on Hyderabad, Karnataka. It is the government of Karnataka led by the Congress party which for the first time appointed a committee headed by the most eminent economist, Dr. D.M. Nanjundappa, to study this regional imbalance. The very fact that the awareness that there is the acceptance that the regional imbalance comes to the perception of the Congress party. And D.M. Nanjundappa, the thorough study, gives his report. Based on the report, well, Article 371J was amended, introduced, and the benefit of that are trying to address the issue of regional imbalance began. It's bound to be the regional imbalances. If you take the entire country, there is an imbalance between the not only the south and the north, between the east and the west. The west is considered developed and the east is not considered developed. And we consider there are 4 or 5 states called Bengaluru states, and now in Bengaluru states also, some states have come up to the level, though not the accepted level, respected level, they have come up. These committees, appointment of committees and the legal redressals and the government machinery focusing on that becomes a tool in actually solving these regional imbalances.
Okay.
The government of Karnataka, led by Congress party earlier, has thought of it and appointed, as I told you, Dr. D.M. Nanjundappa committee, and the committee's report becomes the basis of all other political parties which came later to govern to redress this. And therefore, the credit, if you would like to give, you should give to the Congress party because it was aware of this particular problem.
Okay, so you chose the platform to first talk about the credit which Congress party has taken. I'd like to come to Ashwath. What do you really have to say when it comes to the regional imbalance? As he said, that Congress has already taken the credit for bringing in the report and the way it's going to be implemented. It's taken as a basis by which all the political parties will go forward on the plan. But what is BJP's position on the regional imbalance in Karnataka specifically?
Basically, time and again, I would like to tell my friend, they were busy only doing politics. Only on the paper, they talk about a lot of things. There are a lot of good ideas on paper. When it comes to the implementation, they have completely failed. Like, for example, I'm not going to talk about big things. Basic lifeline, current, power is not been provided, drinking water is not been provided, roads not been provided, quality education not been provided, healthcare not been provided, houses not been provided. How do they expect the development to happen without providing the basic requirement, basic lifeline itself is not been provided. And they've been ruling for time and again. They should take the credit also for remaining backward that area. If it is remained backward, for that they are responsible. I'll tell you, I would like to bring here, I would like to tell here one thing straight. When he's claiming credit for few things, he should take credit for that area for remaining backward. These people are the main reason.
We'll come back with the second round.
And even now, after remaining in power so long, under the leadership of Shri ji only, this 371J started. Special status for the particularly Hyderabad Karnataka region, special status was initiated in our government and it was supported by the central government with UPA.
I'll come to you.
So why
I need to actually correct.
I mean to say the governments, there was equitable distribution. When it comes to the implementation, they have failed.
I thought my friend medical doctor, Ashwath Narayan is a very good clinician. He has got an excellent, one of the very fine laboratories in Karnataka. I thought he is very clinically, he will be correct and objective. And the perversion of history, talking about Mr. Yediyurappa's governance, whatever good they have done, we will appreciate. But DM Nanjanappa's committee has not established, the Article 371J is not started by Yediyurappa. I thought the debate will be at the national level, at a higher level, and I don't want to actually play politics here, telling that my friend Ashwath Narayan is a dear friend of mine. Even yesterday, I sent a particular thing for his laboratory, trusting him. No, and how could he actually talk like this?
Into a political
not
debate,
but
I want to get in Mr. Babu on this. What is JDS's stand? Do you think that justice has been done as far as addressing the issue of regional divide is concerned in the state?
See, in 1952, the popular government was established in Karnataka. From there to till today, Congress party enjoyed lot of the time power. So, if there is a point, there is a difference between South Karnataka, North Karnataka, Madhya Karnataka, whatever you call. The responsibility has to be owned by Congress party. They are the root cause. They are the root cause and they are the created this kind of situation in Karnataka. You see, if the language issue comes, they go back. If the water issue comes back, they go back. If the land issue comes back, they go back. It is the situation in Karnataka, what the national parties are doing. You take Congress party or BJP. If Maharashtra linguistic issue comes, they support Maharashtra. The so-called MP from BJP and so-called leaders of Mahila Congress of Congress party, they supported Maharashtra even today. So this is the scenario in Karnataka.
So
if
Mahadai, one minute,
if Mahadai issue comes, they are going to support central government or their national party. They will support to the Goa. This is the situation what we are seeing in BJP as well as Congress. So the point is, if you take the budget allocation in Karnataka, majority of allocation now we are spending towards Hyderabad Karnataka, North Karnataka as well as Bombay Karnataka. Now there is no difference. Earlier to 1976, it was called as a Mysore state. Now we are calling it as a Karnataka, United Karnataka. So majority of funds we are giving for development of the Hyderabad Karnataka, Madhya Karnataka, Bombay Karnataka. So there is no differentiate like that. We want the United Karnataka, the entire state has to be represented in, all the way. But if the language issues comes, if the water issues comes, if the land issues comes, the national parties are playing the game. They are not supporting for development of Karnataka.
Mr. Mahesh, I will like to come to you. Whatever the politics is, Congress is blaming BJP, BJP blames Congress, JDS also has a share in its in the pie. But despite all the budgetary allocations which the successive governments have made as far as addressing the issue of regional imbalance is concerned, we still see that industries have not come up. We still see that both the regions are lagging behind, way far behind when it comes to the social indicators like health, education, water. What according to you is the basic reason? What is the basic flaw?
And I think, irrespective of what each one of them have to say about the work they have done or not done, the residents of that part of the state are able to see what has been implemented. So, obviously the amount of attention which is paid to a city like Bangalore will be high because it generates the highest amount of the tax revenue for the state. But the connectivity between the south and north hasn't been all that good. It's now only since whatever 6-7 months now we are having those small airports across the country which have opened up, so we are able to go. But we have not seen any of the big people who are in the field of software, BT, etc., who have actually gone there.
Okay.
So, and also we should stop thinking about, when we think about employment, I think our state speaks only about the jobs in these two sectors. It's high time we focus on tourism, healthcare and all of that. And all of that and education has to improve a lot more over in all the regions of Karnataka.
Right. Absolutely. You made a fair point, but let me go to the audience now. We have an informed set of people. Just pass on the mic from this side. We'll just start. Yes. Yes. I'd like to start from you. Just introduce yourself before you make a point. As far as the regional balance is concerned, as he said that most of the development is concentrated either in Bangalore or in Mysore. Now, what is the real problem which the people in Bangalore are facing because of this regional imbalance, if I could ask you?
Okay, my name is Ramesh and I'm a rights activist. I think we've heard enough of blaming each other, but I really want to go back to what's happening to this whole thing of regional imbalance. All three have been in power, but when it comes to really setting up industries, I think you have to take a call and ensure that those people who are setting up industries over here set up industries back in those areas, in the North Karnataka areas. There is no employment over there. The other day we have seen an instance where people who are in the construction work, 9 of them have gone to Pune to work and in the process of going they met with an accident and died. Poverty is very high in those areas, and already we've heard about the other status that is there. As far as Bangalore goes, I think Bangalore is water starved.
Okay.
Okay? And we are really not doing anything about it. Okay. We are allowing any number of buildings to come up. We are allowing all the greenery to be cut only because it is giving money into the pockets of few people who are really garnering all that the facilities from there. Okay. The poor and I think the ordinary middle class continue to suffer.
In fact, Asha, you've summed up the problems which the Bangaloreans are facing very well. If I could ask you, just pass on the mic to her, just introduce yourself, and do you really feel that the people who are sitting in Bangalore, obviously all the development is happening in Bangalore and Mysore, but the real problems which the people are facing is because of a certain inequity which is seen, whether it is economic, whether it is a geographical divide, it is happening because of the economic imbalance, because of the geographical imbalance. Do you feel so, and that the Bangaloreans have to suffer because of this divide, which has not been addressed by the politicians, if I may say so?
Exactly. I'm Malati Katarki.
Okay.
I'm working in a public sector called Bharat Broadband Network Limited. I do observe, because I myself come from a North Karnataka, a district, Dharwad, Hubli, there. See, I see that in Bangalore today, nearly 40% of the population is from the Northern Karnataka who are staying here. Okay. And every week, you will observe how many people go from Bangalore to Hubli, Dharwad, Vijapur, Gulbarga and all, because all buses will be full. Right. This shows the population available here. Why this population, so much of people are here in Bangalore alone? It is only because the industries are not set up.
Industries are
not set up in Hubli, Dharwad, or say Belgaum. Belgaum has also got an equally good environment, weather, condition, and there can be some factories which can be established there, so that the people will not come to Bangalore alone. See, it is because it is a hub where people get the jobs, and it is a means of earning for everybody, and people think that Bangalore is the only place where they can make their fortune. That is the place, that is the reason why all the people from all over Karnataka are flocking into Bangalore, and Bangalore is facing a problem.
Right. In fact, she's just pointed out a larger symptom of the Karnataka society, that everybody is flocking to Bangalore. If I can just to get a sense for the audience, if I may ask all the people sitting here, how many of you have migrated to Bangalore and how many of you are actually from Bangalore? Can you just raise your hands?
That's a good question.
You're from Bangalore, right? And how many of you are not from Bangalore? Some of the backward states? Oh my God, that's a huge chunk. You don't want to speak? Okay, let me take the mic now.
My name is Sudarshini and I'm from Hyderabad, Karnataka region itself.
Okay.
They have pointed out about 371J and other facilities also, but the basic thing lies the education for the primary children. At least what I think the problem is. I've seen many young children going to school, but they don't know what they are studying. I think the education system needs a whole renovation there because the quality is very low.
Okay.
So my concern is basically about the education. So I would like to ask them what they are planning for this election. What are they promising, and how they're going to implement about that, about the education.
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Though the parties haven't come out with a manifesto, if I may come to you, Professor Radhakrishnan, you yourself pointed out Congress takes all the credit when it comes to addressing the issue of regional divide. But here you have people in the audience who've said that there are no schools, education is abysmally bad. So, do you have answers to those questions?
Definitely I would like to answer, because I was also in the educational field for a very long time. Bengaluru, Mysuru, Mangaluru, Dharwad, Pune, Mumbai, they are all the educational centers. So, parents what they do, even if you have something, they would send their children, even if the educational institutions are there in Hyderabad, Karnataka, they would send their children to Bengaluru or Mysuru or Mangaluru or Pune, they will send. That one minute, Dharwad. This is the center that we should know. And my friend, one of my very senior friends, Mr. A.K. Subbaya once remarked, other than Kempegowda, all of us do not belong to Bangalore, we are migrated. All of us, may not be me. My father or my grandfather is not born in Bengaluru. Maybe Magadi, maybe Channapatna, maybe Ramanagara. I am from South Karnataka. We are all migrated here. We are a democratic society. Being a democratic society, I would like to ask the madam that which flat we are living, where we are living. We know we are all in Bangalore. It's a democratic setup. But should we not solve the problem? We should solve the problem.
No, but if I could ask you.
I would say, 1 minute, I will come to that. We should solve the problem. Now we are talking about, now there is a real problem, imaginary problem, illusory problem. Now I would like to tell that now in Hyderabad, Karnataka, out of 9,600 crores or so allotted to the power sector, 4,670 is allotted there. And how many? Now the medical seats, for example, let us be truthful to truth. If you have not done anything properly, you have every right, my friend Ashwath Narayan, my friend Ramesh Babu, all the audience have every right, because our party in governance, going to come to governance, ask us and tell you have not done it. But when you are telling that, you should be based on certain facts, not given by the government of Karnataka. You may not trust it. The government of India, the statistical department. Now the jobs, for example, the jobs created, and how much money is invested there. And the world class, the internationally best ESI hospital is there in Gulbarga. Okay. Tourism, somebody said, my friend said, tourism need to be improved, I agree. Not only in Hyderabad, Karnataka, throughout India. Go to Bharatpur, what is the status? Go to Jaisalmer, go to Udaipur, go to Konarka, what is the state, I can tell you. Now it is, as a nation, together we should do it. Now one last sentence, my dear friend Ramesh Babu. You said that we are two national parties. You are also a national party. You are also a national party. You have a presence in Kerala. Somebody contests. In Krishnagiri, when you are contesting the elections, are you telling Karnataka water should be only for Karnataka? In Goa, what you are doing? You are selecting. Let us be actually not very time bound, what you call it, in a frame bound. All the three parties, we are interested in the governance of Karnataka, the welfare of Karnataka. Let us mutually not blame game, madam.
No, but what
Let us mutually find out what we have not done and do it.
Ashwath, I would like to come to you on this, that what are the reasons why industries have not gone to the districts in North Karnataka, despite so much of political representation happening? I'll come to you, Mr. Babu, also on this, but what is your answer to that?
Basically, you need to create an ecosystem or an infrastructure.
Okay.
You want to reach out to Gulbarga. People fly to Hyderabad. From there, they have to reach Gulbarga or any of the Hyderabad, Karnataka region. Basically, for all kind of infrastructure, the infrastructure is very important. The power supply itself. See, you can't expect any industry to come up without a right power supply, land availability. What are the reforms they have brought with regard to the land, providing the land? Providing the land itself is a big challenge. They take years. For clearance of one project, one industry, they take many years. No factory, no establishment can withstand many years of red tapeism.
So what
basically, it is red tapeism, and the student, what she was asking, the youngster, with regard to the education, the quality of education. When it comes to the quality of education, we do have a lot of schools, but nobody goes to the government school. The government school, we need to improve the quality of education. There is no much of quality been given in the government schools. We need to improve that through the technology, making use of the technology. We need to bring peer learning. Lot of innovation is there. We need to take personal interest. See, for the government, always they will be interested in some bhagya. They will be interested in immediate result. See, they want to attract the people with some kind of easy programs where they can easily connect with the people, and they don't have to take much responsibility. See, for this to happen, they have to dedicate themselves.
Okay,
they have to work with a precise plan.
So
see,
you
for
see,
example,
you see the Bhagya schemes of Congress as some kind of an allurement exercise to the voters?
See, I am not against any Bhagya. See, basically government, the popularity of the government, they try to gain it only through populistic program.
Okay.
They never give, one minute. And moreover, when it comes to the schooling, before 6 years, 3 to 6 is an important period. There is no preschool. In the government schools start from first standard. Before that, it's only Anganwadi is there. Preschool is not there. We need to bring in preschool policy. The governments have been pressurized to start preschool. See, 3 to 6 is the age where they'll have 85% brain development. It's like a sponge. It can absorb lot of things. If that stage, if you don't intervene and give a right education, without that, I think probably even Radhakrishnan sir will agree with me. That is where the government should have spent money, but they are interested more in other schemes which will give them, this will not give them a direct result, it will get indirect results. So government will be more interested.
In a way, directly, indirectly, you are pointing out that the political parties are more interested in quick political dividends rather than quick results on the ground. Mr. Ramesh Babu, as Ashwath was pointing out, that red tapeism is a very big factor. When it comes to taking industries, when it comes to taking educational institutions, why the political parties have not been serious about creating single window systems where you can have instant clearances, you can come up with schools, you can come up with hospitals, educational institutions. Why has this completely missed out from the radar of the political landscape?
You are wrong. In respect of the industries, already there is a single window system established in Karnataka. So I don't agree with you, the first point. The second point, my friend Radhakrishnan told JDS is a national party. It is wrong. I am very proud to say that JDS is a local party and regional party. We established
regional party with national ambitions.
No, see, it is a regional party. For a technical reason, we registered as a national party, but it is a recognized regional party because he was in our party. He was a vice president in our party.
I was not vice president in our party.
Whatever.
Whatever.
The thing is, what the madam said. We are not providing a good facility for industries. It is wrong. The industries what running by the North Indians in Bangalore, they are cheating Kannadigas. There is a Dr. Sarojini Maishi report placed in the Karnataka. It is accepted by the state government. They are enjoying all the amenities provided by the state government. But they are not giving a job to the local Kannadigas. It is the problem we are facing since long back. It is the industrialists are playing the game in Karnataka. I leave it that point to madam.
The second point,
no, 1 minute. The second point, my sister colleague. No.
Okay, one second.
1 minute. My sister colleague asked about the education system. You see, we have not achieved 100%, but we are following the NCERT direction given by the central government. Karnataka, RMSA is there, Sarva Shikshana Abhiyana is there, so much funds is given by the central government. We are following the central government scheme, what they are doing a single education system all over the India. We are getting a 3-tier system because I am representing teachers constituency in Karnataka. I know the thing. Of course, we have not achieved 100%, but we are providing amenities, we are providing good education, around 35,000 rupees every primary student we are spending in Karnataka. There is a good education system in Karnataka.
But despite all the expenditure, the expenditure, the results don't show on the ground.
No.
You were saying something about the discrimination against the Kannadigas, yes?
Yeah, of course. See, so many companies, they start here, they take all the infrastructure benefits from the government of Karnataka and they give jobs to non-Kannadigas. Karnataka government had to bring a law by making that compulsory they should give jobs to Kannadigas in C and D category. Well, this is obviously it's right what he's telling.
Just pass on the mic. You want to say something? Yes.
I mean, my name is Matthews. I am a human rights defender. Knowing the character of a businessman, he is least bothered whether you are a Kannadiga, whether you are a Malayali, you are a Tamilian or a North Indian. His intention is only to make money, profit. And he will see who helps him to make profit. That's his only concern. So let us not get into this that kind of an unreal discussion. But when it comes to this regional imbalance,
At whose
with
cost
all
you
these
want to
political
enjoy?
parties, I just
very
want
sorry.
to ask only one
You
question.
are taking free land.
Yet-
You are taking free power. You are taking without
Then
interest
if
loan.
you really think
so
it is
you
that
don't
way,
want to give the job to
if
the
you really
Kannadigas.
think it is that
No,
way,
no, no.
why do
You are very wrong.
why you give it? Why you keep giving it? Stop it then.
tax
If you
debate.
think that is a reality,
You want to enjoy
stop
all the
giving
facilities
it.
from the
Babu, allow
state.
Ask only Kannadigas to start industries.
You don't come. We are not
Okay.
inviting you. Don't come.
Yeah, then do that.
You don't come. We are not inviting you.
Go on complaining and complaining.
We are not inviting you. Please don't come.
Okay.
If we see
It is
something
Karnataka.
wrong-
Okay.
If we see something wrong, what we have to do is to correct it.
Okay.
And I also would like to say something with all about this regional imbalance. It may be all this is true. It is all there in the paper. But why still that region remains the same? That is what we don't
Absolutely.
understand. In the only reality is it has been totally neglected.
Yes, exactly. And
Even
we
a
don't.
transfer to the North Karnataka for a bureaucrat, it's a punishment transfer.
Absolutely.
Whether our political parties, you friends, are you willing to do something serious about it?
Right.
That's my question.
Absolutely. In fact, Professor Radhakrishnan, my basic question now is, you heard the audience, you've heard all the political views also which have come across. Now the thing is, if the parties very well are aware of this regional divide, still the development is not reaching up to the level where it should have gone.
I appreciate, I understand the question posed to all of us by Mr. Matthew. I would not call it divide, I will call it difference.
Okay.
There's a lot of difference between these two words. There's a difference. This gap need to be filled up, we all of us agree. Now there is a mindset in the of people, whether it's business or education, Ashwath Narayan said, and my friend Ramesh Babu very rightly explained, that when question of health care and education is concerned, there is a mindset among the parents, they would consider that bringing up their children and health care, etc., is the dire need of their very existential.
No, but that point has been well taken care of, Professor
Just
Radhakrishnan.
I'll come to that.
My question is that, like what Matthew raised the point,
I'm coming
it's
to
like
that.
a punishment posting for the bureaucrats.
Please, bro.
So, just allow me.
I come to that. Therefore, this attraction towards particular cities are there. Now, I agree with Matthew that the business has no color. I agree. But the business, when established wherever it is, the concerned governments will have to give the encouragement, I agree. But the business has a responsibility, I agree with my Ramesh Babu. Business also has a responsibility that the business will have to respond to the ecosystem of the ambience there, and the primary duty will be for that business. So many people have lost their lands or existential things, and it's the duty of that business to actually provide jobs for the local people. Now there is a psychology involved. Why don't they provide local people the jobs? Because the local people have that asmita, what you call
But
it.
Professor
One minute.
Radhakrishnan,
They have to provide job for the local people. They have to provide local people. They don't provide because people who are migrated, again there is exploitation. There is no sustenance for them. Any can hired and fired, but the local people will get organized and fight. And therefore, local Kannadigas will have to be given jobs.
they will
and
have
the
to be given
government should
jobs. There's no
welcome
two ways about
everybody
it.
to that particular
This point
position.
is well understood, but I want to take forward the point which Matthew just raised about the bureaucrats. They are completely demotivated. No. Whatever schemes the government floats, the implementation, the execution on the ground basically depends on how the bureaucrats carry it forward on the ground. You have bureaucrats who are attacked. You have bureaucrats who are targeted, who are killed, they commit suicide. You have a police force which is ready to resign en masse. So in this kind of a scenario where
just tell me who are the people who have done it. I will answer every question if you point out the single individual.
But there is a large perception that the bureaucracy is completely demotivated. So how do you carry forward the schemes?
Who said? What is the basis of your scientific study of the motivation or demotivation of bureaucracy? And one or two suicides.
No, I'm linking it with the law and order problem
No. I'm talking about all the governance itself. No government can keep any bureaucrats happy any time. No government can keep. And everybody would like to have the job just in front of their house. And it's the problem of not only Congress government, it's the problem of everybody, all bureaucratic system, not only in Karnataka, throughout India it is the problem.
Okay.
And it's the problem. Now, I tell you, bureaucracy need to be transparent, that need to be disciplined. They are the government servants, everything we agree. But at the same time to say that bureaucrats are demotivated, they are en masse resigning, where are they? What is the data actually proof you have, madam?
I'll let Ashwath answer on this. you would have to correct me if I'm wrong. Is there not a perception that the bureaucracy is demotivated completely at the moment? And then how do you reach the schemes? When we are talking about things like regional divide or regional imbalance, obviously the state government schemes, the central government schemes have to go to those backward districts. How does it happen then? Do you have a solution to this problem?
See, basically, initial period or probationary period are the beginning of their career as an officer, as a government employee. If you post them any part of the state, they go and work. And they get used to it, they start working in various parts of the state. That doesn't mean we do have a lot of vacancy, we don't have vacancy across the state. The vacancy is there uniformly across the state, it is not particularly limited to any particular area. What happens over the time, people just come to the capital. Once they come to the capital, they settle with their family.
And they don't want to go back to those north districts.
Not only north, anything outside Bangalore is a punishment posting for them. Anything outside Bangalore is a punishment.
Why?
They don't want to
Professor,
go out of the
Ramesh,
just a minute, I want to add something more. The perception, even the IPS Officers Association itself has written an open letter to the government questioning how they have been demotivated, how they have been put to inconvenience, how they have not been, there are a lot of casteism, there are a lot of, the discrimination is happening. Openly, IPS Officers Association, they have written a letter, and many officers have committed suicide, and many officers have resigned, and it has been happening in this government. It has happened time and again, and it's been reported everywhere.
Before I go to Mr. Ramesh Babu, I'll come to Mr. Mahesh now.
RP Sharma.
When you have to, one second please, when you have to address this issue of regional divide, don't you feel that you need to incentivize the bureaucrats who will go to the backward districts and work? That is not happening. I'll come to you, Professor Radhakrishnan, on this as well. But is there a need to incentivize, and it's not happening on the ground? Let's admit that fact.
Yeah, how would you actually do that? See, as he said, even if he or she will go there, he or she will ensure that the family will be actually in the Bangalore itself. Okay. So then, when one more family will shift here in his place, so that way the population in the city is only going to increase. Right. I think we need to hear from them. Now, what are they going to do to solve the water issue here? See, because 15-20 years ago, the number of lakes we had here has completely shrunk, and we had few thousand lakes, and now we have few 100 lakes. Okay, and very few understand the real issue. All these lakes were actually connected, actually down. So when it used to rain, and if it would increase, it would actually go to the other lake. Now with all the real estate folks who have come, the builders, they have all built huge walls down. So the water is not going there, and it is going on the road.
Absolutely.
Okay, so these are the issues, and I think the main issues what we need to solve in our city, I would always say that we cannot shift the blame and onus only on the government. It is also the residents. Okay, so you say for example, like now about the garbage problem, we cannot assume that I am going to simply dump it on the road and the government has to have it cleaned up.
Bangalore is a city which is known for its citizen participation. There are so many citizen movements which are happening, like the one no job, no vote campaign, which we recently heard of, that they will not vote for the government if the jobs are not given. So are these citizen participation movements being really heard of by the government? Are the government seriously addressing these citizen groups? I would like to hear some people on this, please. Yes.
Okay, I think when the citizens partnership is coming in the canvas of the city, right? We have to understand a few things. In the last 10 years, the increase of population in this Bangalore city has considerably increased on a year on year. This only tells you that the job availability in Bangalore city has a huge abundance. Right, there's no shortage. There may be a certain movement that I may not be getting.
It's queued up in the backward part.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get a job that I really want, but you have a lot of jobs. So you basically I want to be the director of your company. I don't get to become a director, but I become a cameraman. So I'm a little dissatisfied. That's where some bit of, dissatisfaction comes in Bangalore. But Bangalore is a world-class city. People have been extremely happy. There have been lot of opportunities in the environment, and people keep flocking in every day. I think there are about 5,000 families which migrate into Bangalore every day, and that it only shows that the index of employability in Bangalore is phenomenally good.
Just pass on the mic, please. Yes. Yeah, Asha, you want to make a point?
Yeah. First, I would like to say that I'm proud to be a Bangalorean. Perhaps people think that I'm not. Okay, I'm making that fact absolutely
clear. Okay, so please
clear.
give her a round of applause on this at least.
Because I could get body language as to say she's an outsider and she's talking. My concern is, what are y'all? I'm not pointing fingers at any particular party, but what are y'all going to do about the issue of safety of women? The kind of atrocities that are happening to women. It's increasing. Look at the statistics. I think that is something you'll have to really give heed to whoever.
Okay, safety of women. I want another point, please, coming across. Yes.
Okay, and my name is Revati. I've been working in the NGO sector. I also have been working in North Karnataka for quite some time and in the education field. So I have some knowledge, obviously not like you all, but something. Now, I would say the elephant in the room in these elections is really this big thing of how divisive politics has become and how it is pitting everyone, one religion, one community against the other. See, the key problems of the regional imbalance, the way Bangalore has grown, no city should grow like this. Absolutely. Bangalore has grown to its ruin. I mean, we've lived here for 30 years, 40 years. We know what a paradise it was. I go to Hubli. Hubli used to be beautiful 20 years ago. Now it's full of construction and construction debris. So we don't want that. So these are all real problems. But what the concern is in this election is key things like safety of women, safety of communities, safety of minorities, safety of citizens. Why is politics becoming so divisive? And why are all political parties riding on this?
Okay, Ashwath, you want to say something on what Revati has just pointed out? Safety of women, basic issues like water, jobs, they are not being addressed, or they are just being talked about on paper but not happening and not being implemented on the ground.
See, basically, law and order has to be strengthened. The people of the concerned department, they have to be very clear, they have to be very focused. Somehow it has been taken very lightly. They can get away with whatever happens. That's the attitude that has developed in the department, particularly in the home department. Time and again, we are facing a lot of problems with regard to the law and order. Let it be atrocities on the women or a minority or any other things or any other citizen. For that matter, each one of us, when it comes to the home department or the policing, they are not working properly. They are not fixing the responsibility on the person, on the concerned officers.
So,
somehow they're trying to get away from all these things. I feel the policing has to improve a lot,
so
and they should be, see, basically, if you look at the number of cases being reported.
Mr. Babu, my larger question now to you is, despite budgetary allocations, I'm coming back to the basic question which still has not been answered at the end of about 45 minutes, that how will you take development to those backward districts? Can you assure on the program, if your government comes back to power, if JDS comes back to power, will you be able to address the regional imbalance issue? Will you have industries, will you have educational institutions in the backward states?
Certainly, madam.
In the backward districts?
Certainly. See, what the question you have raised, already Karnataka budget has reached 2 lakh crores rupees. Now there are 26,000 rupees allocation, 26 crores rupees allocation to the education. Like that, social department, they are getting 22,000 crore rupees. The priority you have to give on health, education as well as rural development. Definitely we are going to provide all the things, and already our Chief Minister candidate Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy make a statement, we are going to waive off the loan. It is almost 52,000 crore rupees all over the state. It is in respect of cooperative banks.
But nobody knows how you will waive off those loans. It will be a stress on the state treasury as well.
Let me tell. See, 52,000 rupees we have to provide. Already he made the statement, he has clarified how we are going the funds to the exempt the loan, waive off the loan. So, it is the funds we are going to get the land already, encroached land around 42,000 lands are in Bangalore.
Okay.
If you put it for action, more than 1.5 lakh crore rupees we are going to get the income to the government. It is the one point. And my sister raised one point, law and order. Definitely law and order has been collapsed in Karnataka. We are going to saturate the things because minority is in unsecure situation. Whatever the Congress people, of course, I don't want to interfere with the Lingayat and Veerashaiva. We want to maintain the distance from that issue. If comes to the minority issue, you see, Karnataka state government is very much interested to do the Tippu Jayanti, but they don't want to implement Sachar committee report. If they want to implement Sachar committee report, why they have not established minority university in Karnataka? Why they have not provided social empowerment to the minority community?
Okay.
So this is the thing. Definitely the Congress government failed to empower the minority community in the Karnataka. They have not provided sufficient funds to the minority community. We decided to provide at least 5% budget allocation to the minority if our government comes to the power in future days. It is the one thing, and we are committed to implement Sachar committee report to strengthen the minority community, that to particularly Muslim community.
I guess this confidence comes from the fact which is very clear that you are very confident of being the kingmaker this time in elections.
No, I am not kingmaker. I am the king. I am very sorry. I am the king. I am not kingmaker.
Okay.
You feel like that. In 2004, S.M. Krishna was feeling like that only. No.
Mr. Ba, I'll come to
2004, Congress party was feeling like that only. You feel like that.
I wish you success.
No. Okay. Mr. Mahesh, we have seen that all the budgetary allocations which are made, there are still a lot of vacancies in the government which are there. About 1 lakh jobs are lying vacant, especially as far as the school teachers are concerned. So jobs are not there, and jobs is the basic reason why there is so much of migration. As this gentleman pointed out here, that all the people want to flock to cities like Bangalore and Mysore, and why not other parts? So what is the larger blueprint which you can tell the three parties that, look, this is what you need to do, and this is how development can be taken to the backward areas in Karnataka?
No, I think they will have to focus a lot more on education in
okay,
from
so education
the
is
baby
one
level, but they can work a lot more with the folks who are working in that space. The volunteers, the NGOs who will be able to work with them to improve the standard of education.
Okay.
And the infrastructure, if it can improve in other parts of the state. So we have to be realistic. No government within 4-5 years can improve the infrastructure in the whole state. That's not going to happen. At least every 5 years, few cities are actually picked. You can call it the smart cities or whatever. It is implemented.
No, but we don't even know the special development plan which was earmarked. Is enough auditing happening? Is it being seen that that plan is being implemented properly on the ground? Is that enough? Is it happening on the ground? The special development plan, Professor
Radhakrishnan? There were 1,65,254 jobs in Hyderabad, Karnataka, out of which 1,03,408 jobs are already filled. If you are truthful to the data statistics and can collect it from my friend BJP friend Ashwath Narayan himself collect properly, 50,000 jobs are still vacant, out of which 18,993 jobs are already filled, and 28,032 jobs process is going on. This is about the jobs. In the medical engineering study vacancies, and Hyderabad, Karnataka is getting precedence as per law. Whatever done is not enough. We'll have to do it more. Much more, I agree. Much more we agree. And our government definitely comes to power, don't worry. And our government will definitely see that the regional imbalance gap, I tell you, not divide, the difference is what you call reduced. I would say Bangalore is a city, world-class city, whatever you may say. And therefore, Bangalore cannot be matched for any other city in India now.
So you have promised at least you will reduce the gap.
Becomes equal to Bangalore. There might be the possibility.
You will reduce the gap.
One sentence. Now about Gulbarga airport, my friend said. Gulbarga airport, 10 years back only land issues, etc. You can go to the records. If your own records speak truth, you believe them.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have no quarrel with you.
One line, before I come to the audience, one final line from Ashwath. What do you really have to suggest to the people? If BJP comes back to power in Karnataka, how will you address, just quickly, how will you address the regional imbalance issue, regional disparities?
Basically, we'll try to get more of accountability, transparency,
okay,
and minimum government, maximum governance is our main idea.
Okay, okay, yes. Make your point. We'll give the final round to the audience. It's election season. They have to vote.
Yes, my name is Sachin. We are all eligible for voting also. This year there is a new option called Nota.
Okay.
Says none of the above. What made less interest in people to not vote any of your parties? And if this is the case in 2018, what about after 20 years? What and all options it will come? And why we should what reasons you are giving for that? Why the leaders doesn't target the people or understand the people mind? Have they failed in that?
Okay, so the leaders have failed the people. That is the view which is coming. Anyone else wants to make a point? Yes, pass him the mic, please.
It is said that all the parties are being like they are justifying their points between themselves. But the main problem is that they are not coming to the grassroots level and they are not understanding the problem. Like the main problem is education. They are not coming and understanding why the child is not going to the school.
Okay.
Unless they are providing better schools, better facilities, but why are they not able to use? That should be the main point. Like they should understand the problem to solve it.
Okay, I think that's the tail note on which we can end the program, that the larger message which has to go to the political parties is that despite all the infrastructural roadblocks, bottlenecks, they have to work towards a policy making which is more enabling as far as health, education and all the social indicators are concerned. And perhaps this is the lesson which the political parties need to learn and also send out a message that they will work towards that goal where the regional imbalance is reduced and reduced further and further as the days progress. So I thank all my guests, Ashwath, Professor Radhakrishnan, Mr. Ramesh, Babu, Mr. Mahesh, and this brilliant audience for raising such wonderful questions. So that's it from me here in Bangalore. Goodbye and thanks for watching.